Hello, this is the deck profile of my Metalphosis Zing deck. Metalphosis are an archetype of vanilla monsters and fusion monsters that debuted in the Duelist Illusion, which came out in the OCG just a few days ago. What they do, they're kind of like an Ignite 2.0. They pop one face-up card you control to set a Metalphosis spell or trap from your deck to your side of the field, and the setting the spell and trap and the popping the card happen simultaneously. It's an and if you do effect, so all the Yang Zings popped by the Metalphosis get their effects of summoning from the deck, which is why this engine works out so well. I played 12 Metalphosis vanillas. I've seen some builds running less, but I like to max out on my Metalphosis vanillas because there's 6 scale 1s and 6 scale 8s. I can pendulum summon any monster in the main deck with these scales, and I like to see a Metalphosis and a couple of Yang Zings in my opening hand as much as possible. I played 3 Secret of the Yang Zing because it's level 6. It synchros with Zhao 2 to make my level 8 synchro plays, which is the most common level in this deck, and when it's pendulum summoned or destroyed as a monster, I can search for a Yang Zing spell or trap, which is Yang Zing Path, my draw turbo, or Yang Zing Creation. When a monster is destroyed, it doesn't have to be sent to the graveyard. I can special summon one Yang Zing monster from my deck, and these help accrue advantage for me because they're searched out. They're essentially free. I played 3 Suwani, 3 Beyond, 3 Bixie, and 1 Bixie and 1 Pulau. A lot of people in Yang Zings like to synchro with these to get their bonus effects. I find in a lot of the matchups I'm playing, the bonus effects aren't as useful as the extra card advantage that I would accrue if I popped these to summon either a Secret or a Zhao 2 or a Chi-Wen from deck to synchro summon. So I don't synchro summon with my non-tuner, non-pendulum Yang Zings very often, but when I need an extra effect, I will do that. I play 3 Zhao 2 and 3 Chi-Wen as my tuners. I try to get Zhao 2 often as much as possible. When I have 2 other Yang Zing cards in hand, a Yang Zing monster, and a Metalphosis monster in hand, I scale the Metalphosis monster, normal summon the Yang Zing monster, pop it to summon a Zhao 2, and search the Metalphosis spell or trap. Then I send from my hand to the graveyard the 2 Yang Zing cards, and then I summon 2 Yang Zings from the deck and proceed to go into my crazy synchro plays. For my Metalphosis spell and traps, I play 1 Metalphosis Fusion. It fusion summons a Metalphosis Fusion monster using materials from your side of the field or your hand, but its second effect is where it really shines. If it's in your graveyard, you can shuffle it back into your deck to draw 1 card, cost free. I play 2 Metalphosis Counter. Metalphosis Counter, if a card you control is destroyed by battle or a card effect, you can special summon 1 Metalphosis monster from your deck, and its second effect is really good too. Except the turn it was sent to the graveyard, you can banish it from your graveyard to add a Metalphosis monster from your extra deck back to your hand to complete the scale if your opponent popped 1 or 2 of your scales. Metalphosis Combination, the important effect of this one is when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a Metalphosis monster from your deck to your hand. Once again, you complete the scale, or search for a level you need to do a proper synchro summon. And then I played the 3 Yang Zing Path. It's really easy to get 3 Yang Zing monsters into the grave, as it includes the synchro monsters, and I'm popping Yang Zings all the time, so the graveyard fills up really fast. And 3 Yang Zing Creation, it does summon another Yang Zing from deck whenever a monster is destroyed on your side of the field once per turn, but it locks out your pendulum summons from your extra deck. But you can alleviate this problem by using a Metalphosis monster or a Boxia to pop it, and once it's served its purpose, you can easily dispose of it. We have 1 Metalphosis Orihulk. It's the only Metalphosis fusion monster I play. I see a lot of builds playing the vanilla fusion monsters, and I really don't like them because I can rather synchro summon, and with the synchro summoned monster I get an effect and I just don't get a vanilla with good stats. Metalphosis Orihulk, it takes 2 Metalphosis monsters, and if a Metalphosis monster you control attacks a defense position monster, inflict doubled piercing damage. And if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can destroy one card on the field, target, and destroy it. I play Herald of Arc Light for negation, Armades, Metalphosis Horus, Yazi, Clearwing Synchro Dragon, Audaz Meteor Burst Dragon, Triple Boxia. This is the synchro I go into most often, and I often spin 2 and extend my combo plays, summon Yang Zings from my graveyard, and I can pop a Metalphosis combination to add a Metalphosis monster from my deck to my hand. One Ignister, if I'm playing a Pendulum deck, against a Pendulum deck, it's really good. One Scarlight, one Chaofeng for attribute effect lockdown, one Trishula, and one Nirvana High Paladin. Nirvana High Paladin, he has a nifty effect that allows you to use a Pendulum summon Pendulum monster as the tuner. So often you use a level 8 Synchro and a Metalphosis Stealer in, and when you use a Pendulum summon Pendulum monster as a tuner, you get to add any one card from your graveyard back to your hand when it's summoned properly. So it's a pretty good effect, and it has 3300 attack, which I am really happy with. I will be uploading some duels with this deck soon enough. I already have one duel up, but I will be uploading more. Thank you.